Hey guys, how's it going? Shift K here, breaking down new track, Do Me No Good. I'm going to break down the vocal samples first, which I got from Splice. So I was searching through Splice for different vocal samples and I found these ones by K3Y, which were really good.
Yeah, if you think you know just what I need,
So that's the first one. The second one is this.
I know that it won't do me no good.
And then together they sound like this.
If you think you know just what I know that it won't do me no good. I know that it won't do me no good. I'm out of control. I know that it won't do me no good.
So that's how they sound together. And then I've put some EQ, two different EQs. This LA2A UAD.
If you think you know just what I know that it won't do me no good.
Just compressing it a bit.
I know that it won't do me no good. I'm out of control.
I've actually put it on limit mode, so it's a bit more extreme. There's a flanger that automates, throughout this build up.
If you think you know just what I know that it won't do me no good.
And you can hear the side chain sort of knocking it out the way there a bit with the kick. Good old kick start, pumping away, and then also this filter kicks in on the build up. And a reverb automation as well in that bit.
If you think you know just what I know that it won't do me no good.
So that is the vocal samples. And then now I'm going to show the bass sounds, how they're broken down. There's like a few different layers, there's 3 different layers. First one is the organ layer, which I've bounced one of the chops of the organ and then put it across the sampler so I can play them at different pitches. I did that just because there was a lot of noise at the end of one of them, so I've just cut one of the sounds and then faded the end of it. And that's got a reverb that automates at the end of every 8 bars. And I've also got this serum, which is like a more harsh bass house kind of layer. And then this extra, even more womp sort of sound. I think that's the Oh Boy. Yeah, that's the same sound as Oh Boy, but just tweaked a little. And together they sound like this. And then here we've got the kick and the sub together in one group. The sub is reactor with a high cut, saturation, Pro Q, 3 Pro Qs, just tweaking the low and making it super tight, kickstart, and then another sidechain as well, just because it needed it. That's the kick and sub together. And then with the mid top bass layer. So on the bass group together I've got this on this side sort of distortion plugin, which is helping a lot. Without it you can't even hear it. Some more Pro Q, boosting the top end. high cut this part of it because it was just getting a bit too harsh in the super tops. This one just controlling some of the mid range, and then this Pro L is just squashing them together. And there's a reverb that automates on everything at the end, just for the outro. And that is all the bass sounds together. So next up is the piano sound, which is keyscape, the natural piano sound, but I've put the velocities all on the hardest ones, so it's every time it plays it's like the hardest version of that sound. There's two different piano parts in a way. There's the same chords short, and then the next bit is the same notes but just held. That sort of filters towards the end. There's also a reverse sort of, yeah, just a reverse piano that goes into that. Which is filtered with this EQ here. And that kind of plays against this lead here. I just added this lead because it kind of counters the bass melody a bit, which together sounds like this. Just so it's like a harmony of the bass layer to add a bit more interest. For that lead I used Chromaphone, which is like a cool, sort of makes mallet-y kind of sounds, percussive kind of sounds. It's cool because it responds in different ways to these sort of different diaphragms that you can put through it. There's like a ton of different string variations and plate variations. It's a cool sound that but it's better for monophonic sounds, like one note at a time. That's got some more processing, RC20, just sort of adding this distortion and the reverb. Can't really hear the RC20 on it, but it just helps a bit. Yeah, so that's it on that sound. And then I also found these sort of harder stabs that happen at the beginning and sort of throughout. They sound like this. So they've just got like a super intense reverb, and then the whole thing just has a mute automated on it. So you have the reverb of the sound and then it just cuts. Like that. And they happen also in the build-up, a bit more filtered with some delay and reverb. Bit of OTT as well, working away. Yeah, and then with the track it sounds like this. thing that's quite cool about this is I built a rack which has a filter, echo and reverb, and they all sort of work together, which is on the master, which happens on that second build as well. So basically all of this is assigned to this one knob here, this macro knob here, so I can kind of the same as like a DJ effects thing. If you had reverb on the decks and you were just doing it live as part of the performance, so it kind of feels like you're playing it out already. You can see it building up here. Building more. And then the part. Yeah, and that's pretty much the main bulk of my new tune, Do Me No Good.